Hey there, Ron and Annie, the Car Doctor. We're going to be doing an AC compressor replacement on this 09 Honda CR-V, but first we've got to withdraw the refrigerant. As you can see, the system's charged. It was diagnosed last week. You might have seen the video where I hooked the headlight up and I showed it to you. We're using our Mahle 134A refrigerant machine today with the built-in printer, which is a very nice feature. We'll talk about that in a bit, maybe on the second video when we get around to it. Before I start, every time I do this, I go into setup. It's real easy, and I go to update, and it's going to actually dial out on the shop Wi-Fi, and it looks, and look, there's an update that happened over the weekend. They've made a change to software, or they've added information for refrigerant capacity, because the machine has the ability to tell, you know, to look up by year, make, model, how much refrigerant the vehicle takes, that type of thing. So they're always updating the machines, and it's just this simple. You're watching it go through the actual update now, and you know, it's nice to know you're working with a current model, current software level, and no surprises during the course of the day. And you notice the machine didn't have to leave the shop to do this, right? It was just as simple as hitting a button. The update's ready to install. We're going to tell it yes. It's going to go through a restart now, and it will actually install the file. So that's it. That's as easy as that. Once it does the restart, it'll take it about 2 minutes. I've been through this before, and you know, I'll come back and I'll do a recovery on the refrigerant, and then we can go ahead and install the compressor, and then I'll show you how we charge it. Here we are, by the way. We're coming to the end of the recovery. We're pulling whatever refrigerant's in the system out so that we can change the compressor. And as we come to the end, you notice it's keeping me informed. It's telling me the progress and percentage. It's showing me the amount of refrigerant, the amount of oil it's recovered. It's just keeping me current and up to date. So I don't have far to go. It's in a draining process right now. It's going to finish up real quick, and then I can get the compressor out, and we'll be back after I get the compressor done. We'll show you how the recharge process goes. The AC compressor is installed in our Honda CR-V. We're going to recharge it using our Mahle 134A machine. First, I want to show you a nice little feature. Remember I said they do an AC or a wireless update every time you start the machine? Because they update this database, among other things, software functionality and so forth. So there's a database in this machine that will tell you type of refrigerant, capacity, type of oil, and it's nice, right? Well, you can say, Ron, I've got a sticker under the hood that tells me, you know, what the refrigerant charge is. Yeah, but what if your vehicle was in an accident? What if it's got a replacement hood? What if it's from a different year vehicle that the hood may be the same, but the refrigerant capacity is not? It's nice to compare and make sure. 490 grams, 490 kilograms. All right, we're going to move the zeros to compensate, and we know we're right. Okay, that's what the max charge is on this. So having seen that, we're now going to go back and set ourselves up. We're going to do an automatic service. We're set to 490 grams, which is the same thing as 490 kilograms, or 0.490. All right, keeping the math right. We're going to go ahead. There's nothing to recover. It's empty. I'm going to run a little bit. We're going to let it run a 20-minute vacuum. All right. We're going to do a leak check. Peg. And it's that simple. And away we go. All right, vehicle without refrigerant, it knows, yeah, let's go to the vacuum phase. Now, a couple of things. I will run a longer vacuum. I will pull a longer vacuum phase on a vehicle. This one was vacuumed when we recovered it in prep. And, you know, I can also go into manual mode and set this to what I want. 20 minutes will be fine for what we're trying to do here. This is a pretty well-maintained vehicle, pretty well-maintained system. I'm not overly concerned. But you do have the option to adjust that to where you want. I believe the industry says 40 minutes to an hour in some cases. 20 minutes will be fine for us right now. We'll be great. Let me go get the phone. This baby's done, and I'll come back and I'll show you the finished result. Okay, so we're all recharged. The machine automatically withdrew it said disconnect the hoses, close the valves, disconnect the hoses. It emptied the hoses, and now we're at this screen. This is the final screen. See the print icon down here? Remember I talked about the printer in front? We could insert the plate, the mileage, the owner. We could give it all that information, all right, if we want it to be fancy, all right? And then we can hit print. And now we're going to print out how much we charged. Now you notice there's paper here already. I printed out how much we recovered versus how much we charge. You can show the customer, hey, here's how much refrigerant I used. Here's how much I pulled out. It's proof of what happened. It's great in certain environments where you just need it. And it's not bad for the shop either. If you're handing it in on a ticket, you can say, here's what I took out, here's what I put in. It lets the person, if they're doing billing up front, you know, how much you put in, and there's proof of it right there, so there's no question. Just thought you'd like to see it. Great machine, the Mahle 134A, and also their YF1234. They've just done a great job on both of these machines, as well as on all their fluid transfer and fluid handling equipment. Till the next time, I'm Ron Ananian, the Car Doctor. I'll see you guys on radio.